Okay. So say let's start with our session. Okay. So uh, one more time, I'll just take a brief about you. So you have worked on SAP Ariba, right? You have knowledge of
Yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. And your main objective, like towards like you want to be working as an end user, or you will be
I
implementing in.
I'll be both as a end user and an implementation
Okay.
way.
And okay, from end user perspective and implementation perspective. So, okay, okay. So I'll take that one. And you have background from the supply chain, like you worked on a supply chain part.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, that's perfectly fine. Then it will be easy. Okay, so I think basics you know. So we have. I'll tell you what happens in here. We have. I think these guys would have shared with you that what do you say,
Mm,
course content, right?
yes,
So we have around some 10 topics in there, right?
yes.
Okay. So we'll take each classes accordingly, like in the one session, starting with the content there. Let me just open that one more time. What was the first one in there? Let me just see one more time. Okay, where is uh, yes. Okay, so Ariba introduction. So I think that one we have, like you have about this one, right? Or I'll give you a brief about this one, or more on this one. Then we have SLP. Then we have Ariba upstream, downstream, and okay. So you can write it down. If, in this case, what we will do is, what how we will be maintaining this one is. Let me just see. So we'll start today with the first session. Okay, Ariba introduction. So anyways, it lot of been covered because you have seen the demo. So most of the things that I provide is the architecture and the basic details of the system. But
Uh,
apart from that one, okay, yeah. So what we do is, uh, here you will see, I give you the like how we will be covering this course. So Ariba introduction today will take around half an hour more for this one. Okay,
okay,
half. Then second point, you can note down the second point is the SLP. SLP we will be covering in maybe in around 1 hour. Once in 1 hour, maybe today's session we will cover this one. Okay.
okay,
Then we have the Ariba upstream sourcing part that will be covering in the next session. It will take 2 hours around of time, all approx. So it's all approx. So if you want any more questions, you want to be like repeated things, you want to be like go a little bit more in detail. So you can always say. So this is the temp. This is like tentative. This is approximate the time that I'm telling you. It's not a hard and fixed. It's up to you. If you want a little bit more time, you need some more time to understand things. You want to be discussed more, little bit. You want to go into depth in there. So it's all okay. Okay. So this is all just approximately I'm giving.
okay,
Okay. Then we have contracts, Ariba contracts. So we'll take around 2 hours for this one. Then we have PR to PO. Basically, it's around the Ariba downstream buying and procurement. So it will around take 2 hours. Then we have guided buying for an hour is enough in this one. 1 hour for reporting, 1 hour for integration, around 2 hours for administration and core administration, and around 1 hour for supplier, Ariba supplier network. Okay,
okay, okay,
so so that's how we will be covering these all topics. Okay, okay. So just a second. Let me open this one, my diary. So starting with this Ariba, let me tell you. Okay, so if you see that day we discussed, so this is okay. So first I'll tell you about the architecture. So this is the architecture. If you see here, this is this is an overview of Ariba. So if you see the modules that we will be discussing, so these are
mm,
Ariba sourcing, Ariba contract management, Ariba supplier lifecycle performance, Okay, and your supplier list, so that is already included in this one. And this is the guided buying. SAP Cloud Analytics Cloud is there, Spot by supply chain collaboration. So all those things, if you see, these all things are integrated with the SAP, integrated with S4 HANA or any other system could be there, and it's integrated via the CIG.
Okay.
Okay, so in a manner, if I say, so all modules. So first of all, these are all modules, and when we talk about these modules, so these are upstream related and these are downstream. So when these things integrated with each other, this is known as suite integrated.
Okay.
Okay, so that
Mhm.
like upstream modules are integrated with downstream modules. So here I'll show you that one. Where is it? Yeah, so this is upstream modules. These are all upstream modules. Those are integrated along with the downstream modules. So this is all, this is nothing but, if you can say the suite integrated Ariba. Okay,
Okay. Mm.
and this is the one thing. And apart from this one, there's also one more thing. So if you have worked on something like a parent-child relationship, so parent-child relationship is, for example, there's an organization which is having multiple locations and regions. For example, Amazon is there. Okay,
Okay.
Amazon is based out of US. Okay,
Yeah.
now, y- but Amazon also have their branches in India and everywhere, right? So
Yes.
they bifurcate. So what they say is, first they will buy Ariba solution as a whole. Okay, as a whole, in the sense, US is the main company. The main company is Amazon, having the headquarter in US. So they buy the this one Ariba for their US
Mm.
region. Okay, so they say it as a parent, and then also they will buy a separate child in the sense, the major things will just follow from there. The data will flow, master data will flow only from the parents side, and then it will come to the child side. So that is parent child relation. Generally that is used when there is a then the company uses what I say, this kind of model. So then they buy it. Generally very few companies buy it, otherwise they buy it separately.
Okay.
Okay, so this is known as parent child relationship. So these are the main things about. So I think you are aware of these things, right? That about this brief that we have done in lot of calls. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with our system demo, where I will show you the system all about it. Okay. So this is our welcome page of SAP Ariba. These things are known as tiles. If you see here, you can edit, you can change the setting of your dashboard too. Okay, if you
Okay.
want, like this one, edit, you can edit content, add tab, new tab. Look, for example, I click here, add new tab. So here, if I add new dashboard tab, okay, or I put like uh, just for a test. Okay, tab test. So you can also have a new tab also there. See, new dashboard tab test is there. So this is completely blank. Now you can have it, add the content as per your requirement. Okay, it's all up to you. Like the event status grid, notification, everything. So now you can see this is expiring contracts, contracts from last 100 days. Okay, let me just put it here, 100. Okay, so this way you can have it buyer common for you. Calendar, I'll just put the event status calendar. Okay, done. I'll just click done. So see, you can drag and drop. You see, this is drag and drop. It's just you need to move it from one place. Like I just select this and I'll move it. Okay.
Okay.
So this way you can change the setting of your dashboard. So this is a completely new dashboard. So the previously you can see it was here. This is already a dashboard that is already in here, and this is a new dashboard you created on your own.
Okay.
Okay, so you can change it. So this is all customizable as per your requirement. Which tab you want, you can keep it, and which tab you don't want, you can remove it. Like you can directly remove these tabs. If I click here, or I'll just show you here in only just a second. Click, like if you click here, click
Okay.
remove tile. So see, remove tile. You can remove tiles. Okay,
Okay.
so this way you have this your new dashboard tab. You can just click here and you can find any other details if you want to, or you can delete this item, right? Delete this
Okay.
item. So the item is deleted. So you can keep only those things on the dashboard which is more relevant to you. Okay, so this way it will be easy for you to manage the things. Okay,
Okay.
I'll just setting, delete tab, or you can delete it. Okay, now
Okay.
the tab is deleted.
Okay.
Okay, now you can see, you can come back to the home screen. So this is one thing. Okay, so this is how you navigate. So this basically what we say is how you navigate on the dashboard. So dashboard
Okay.
also you will see here. This is your profile. Whenever you will be having an access, so you click here, change notification preferences, desktop file sync, dashboard, download sourcing info, change the light theme, blue theme. You will find your accesses as per your requirement. Okay, you can change most of the things from here. So this is preference to your profile. Okay, your name will appear here. Apart from this one, you can search anything from here. You click on the search button, analytical report, performance, all these details you can search. You click on this tab and you can search it. Okay, this is how you will be searching anything. First is create, manage, and reset. These three buttons are the most important buttons here. Create, if you want to create anything: purchase requisition, purchase order, invoice reconciliation, receipt, anything. You need to go for the create button.
Okay.
Okay, create
What is this
here.
status English?
Yeah, this is different. This is basically, actually it is coming because this tool is a demo tool and it's from a European region, so it's nothing important in here.
Okay.
Okay, so see, this is basically a demo tool, so a lot of things are not sorry properly managed in here, like data and all those things. Like generally no one creates the contracts or any projects generally in here. They all use for the demo, so that's why the data is not that relevant in here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Apart from this one, you can see these are the tabs. These are basically nothing but little more about the catalog. Oh, sorry, this is more about the modules that you have. Okay. So if you see this home, visibility, sourcing module, contract management, procurement module. So this will only appear for you based on the access that you have. Okay,
Okay.
and in your organization maybe you will be having access only to the upstream module. So an upstream module, you will not be able to see this procurement or invoicing or suppliers. You might be only seeing only the sourcing and the contract, because you have the access only for the upstream. Okay, so this is all customizable. So this is based on the access you have. The access has been provided to you. Okay, so on this level, these things are divided. If you need to search anything, so you can see this is the search bar. This is the search bar for main thing. Like if you want to search for requisition, or you can select here anything. You want to search for a requisition, you can select a requisition. You can change it for the sourcing project. You can change it for the contact workspace, or you can change it for the purchase order. I click here purchase order. The purchase order thing is come, title and the order ID. With the order ID, requisition ID, contract workspace ID, these IDs are the major things that you can search on.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how you will search it. One more thing, the way I said you, the create button is here for creating the requisition and all those things. Same thing happens, can be done from here also. So it is also here in the common activity. You can see create requisition, sourcing project, contact workspace, analytical report. So you create, click here, it will directly create. So it's the same thing. Like what you are able to do it from this button, it's the same thing you can do it from this button.
Okay.
Okay, this way it works. Then we have the manage button. Manage is all about like the little bits on a configuration side. So generally we have the two main tabs, administration and the core administration. So what is the main difference between this one is, when we are talking about the administration, it's all related to the upstream module. Whatever the data is flowing or being required or being uploaded into the upstream side will be managed from this one upstream, this administration tab.
Okay. What is this
Okay,
SM administration?
I'll tell you. And then we have this core administration. Core administration is all related to your downstream.
Okay.
Okay, and this is supplier management administration. This is SM administration is supplier management. This is supplier modular questions. So I'll show you as we will be discussing SLP. So we will be managing this thing. So I'll start with that. So I'll first start with the SM admin. So admin has the access for some of the things to manage in here. So this is all related to the managing. I think this one is not working. SM administration is there.
SM admin and SM administration. What is the difference between these two?
See, there's generally no difference in this one because it's the same tab. It's been configured in here in a different manner. Otherwise, it's the same tab. It doesn't have much in a difference in there. Okay,
Okay.
let me just show you. So this is something is not coming in right. Maybe in that is. Let me just see one more time if it is coming in the admin tab or here. Some admin. Yeah. See, it's the same thing. See, if you see, I clicked on this one and this one. It just wait. The system is little working not fine today. It's showing results in a little slow manner. Okay. Now, okay, I'll tell you from here, not from here. It will get you confused. Okay. Let's start with the SLP side. Okay. So first is what happens in SLP. Okay. First is like any supplier is there in the market. Okay, he wants
Okay.
to join with you or you want to invite that supplier to your Ariba portal. Okay, so there are two ways. One is you can directly enroll that supplier into your system.
Okay.
Okay, directly include in your system is like you can have the supplier only for the upstream sourcing module, sourcing or contract management. So he will receive only the RFPs, RFIs for your uh, RFP or auction or from the sourcing module. He will not be able to do any transactional data like downstream side. He will not be able to receive any purchase order or a purchase requisition or his contract or anything from the Ariba network. So what's happening is here is supplier can be added. I will just tell you here. Supplier can be added. New slide. Supplier is two types of supplier. Basically, one is supplier that is for sourcing and contract. So sourcing, you are creating an RFP, request for proposal. You invited three suppliers. So you send these suppliers invitation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this invitation is nothing but invitation for including them in the RFP. But before this, what you need to do is you need to manually update or manually create the supplier in your system.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what happens is manually create a supplier in system. So there's a limitation. So first of all, this supplier will not be receiving RFPs or any other information from any other client. Like for example, one supplier is supplying material to multiple companies. Okay, but
Okay.
your company has invited or added this supplier only to your system.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, what will happen? The supplier will receive only your information, your RFPs. He will not receive information or RFPs from other suppliers because it's not a common supplier. Like basically, it's not on Ariba network. Otherwise, he need to maintain another account for another supplier.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I will show you that one too, how it works in this. for example, I'll show you a sourcing project. I'll quickly create a sourcing project. I'll put here test. Okay, I'll put file type as RFP, and I'll put a full project in here. So this thing we'll discuss. I'm not explaining you because we have a sourcing class in there. I'll tell you there everything about this one. Okay, I'll just try to show you something. Let me just see if it comes something in there. Empty sourcing template. Let's see, create. Okay, this is task. This is documents, action, event. Okay, RFP test. Okay, and with this currency is okay. Test and event type RFP. Request for proposal without request text, without text. Request for proposal. Okay, what's that? Create. Title cannot be trailing spaces. Okay, spaces. Okay, now you can see here. There's a rules you can ignore as of now. This is the supplier part.
Okay.
Okay, so here if I'll show you now, invite participant. Okay, invite. So participant or supplier is the same thing here. So in Ariba we use this name is used as participants. Okay, so invite participants. If there's any supplier is there in the organization, you can search like test supplier. I'm not sure whether something is there or not, or I just put test, so you will find a lot of suppliers in there. Okay, so you can see these are all the suppliers. These are all suppliers available in the system. But now these are the suppliers like maybe these are not the suppliers coming from the Ariba SLP. These are suppliers directly added into the system. So what happens is, if you see now, if you add any supplier here, or you can
Okay.
create a new supplier, you can see also create new supplier. Okay, new participants here. So this is the difference. Like when you create a new one here, it will be limited to here only. He will not be receiving downstream side or details and everything. So for checking those things, what you can do is you can create the supplier from the downstream side, so that he will be also receiving your, just a second, return to project. I'll show you there what exactly we doing. So for example, so in that case, what we do is the first part is the create supplier request. Just a second, I'll show you there. Yeah. So if you see here, the first thing is supplier request. Then we have the supplier registration, supplier qualification, supplier disqualification. These are the four things that we do in the supplier lifecycle performance management module. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll start with the request. So request is nothing but that you will be creating a request internally first. So for example, you find that there's a supplier or someone has called you that sir, I want to join your organization. I want to work with your organization. So you say okay. So first is you will create a supplier request. Create supplier request. So here it is, supplier request.
Okay.
Okay, I'll create a supplier request. So in supplier request, you will provide a very basic details about the supplier, and it will go for internal. It will be like internal only. It's nothing to supplier. Supplier still don't know that whether you are started his registration in your organization or not. So I give you a supplier name. So I'll put your like test supplier. Okay, 20. So see here also the system tells you that 8 potential duplicate suppliers. So someone has created the test supplier name. It comes in there. So I'll put your name, Syed, right? Syed, this is correct, your name.
Yeah.
Okay. So Syed Alam, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put your name. Okay. So this is supplier name, and legal name you can say, I put like Sayyid, sorry, Sayyid Alam Private Limited. Okay, this is the legal name. So you understand that legal name and the supplier name.
Ah,
Legal name generally is different, right? Entity's name. Street address I can put like you are based out of Mumbai, right?
no, no, I'm Kolkata.
Sorry.
Kolkata, Kolkata.
Okay, okay, Kolkata. So I'll like for example, I just put Park Street, Kolkata, right?
Yeah.
Park Street, Kolkata. Okay. Line 2, I just leave it blank. Line 3 is okay. City is again Kolkata. And postal code is maybe just we'll put something random 201301. And country India. There it is. India. Okay. Region India.
West West Bengal.
Okay, sorry, West Bengal. West Bengal. Okay. Okay, this is the region and okay. Now you need to provide the first contact name. Contact first name, last name, email, contact email. So I will put your name Sayed, and then I put Alam here, and I'll just put your email ID, like Sayed dot Alam at the rate gmail.com. Okay,
Mhm.
so you can provide like phone number also. So these are not mandatory. So okay, one more thing. These red asterisk mark. This red asterisk mark is nothing but it's a mandatory thing. So if you don't see this red asterisk mark, those fields are not mandatory. So the system, if you will not provide information in these fields, system will not allow you to go ahead. You need to fill this one. Otherwise, the like you cannot submit this form.
Okay.
Okay. And so this is the main difference between these asterisk mark fields and so these are not mandatory. If you see this is not mandatory and these are others are mandatory. Okay. So add bank account is okay. This is different. This generally view. Please state the reason for request. So new supply is there. So this request will go to the other people. Okay. This request will go for your, for example, there is a procurement manager, procurement head, VP is there. So this information will go to them, and you can mention that why you are raising this request for a new supply to add in your system. So you can mention new requirement, uh, new requirement, or you can say increasing supplier database. So any requirement. So based on your requirement, okay. So you can mention. We click on here. So now you filled all the details. Okay. This is the basic detail. This is a single very basic details once you know, because you need to first you need to provide in the system that we want to add some supplier. Okay. So this is you will provide very basic data in the system and you click on submit. Okay. Now you can see your supplier request submission is in progress. Once it is completed, you can view and submit the request. Okay. So this is now it's in the progress. So I'll click here done. And let me just see supplier request may will go into the suppliers or supplier management. See your is in approval. Now you can see this is test supplier Sayyid Alam under in approval. You can see the status. Next step is supplier request manager. So that's why I said, right? It's an approval process. It's an approval process is set. Its approval process is configurable. You can have it as per your own requirement. You want, you don't want, you can keep it. Okay. So this way you can have it. Now I'll show you the request, how it's looking in here. The one you have submitted view. See, request created, and this is now with supplier request manager. This guy approves, then it will also come here for the category manager. Category manager is also need to approve this
Okay.
one. Okay, you can see this is in approval, it's showing. And as I am the user, see I have the access. So you can see I have also access for approve. I can approve, I can deny, I can ask the additional details also. Like I ask like why the supplier, where is it best? Something is not correct in here, or your supplier request manager or category manager wants that no, I want some more detail. You cannot add like this. I need some more detail before that. So you can click this button and you can request additional details. So what will happen is automatically a mail will go to this the creator like for you, and then you need to provide the detail that he will be asking for you.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how it works. So this is how the supplier request thing works. So it will be the same. This is the same process for supplier request, supplier registration. Qualification disqualification is different. That is different thing, I'll tell you. But this is the same for the supplier request also. So request registration. So this is the same process. So I'll show you now. I'll just approve this one. So you can see that node which is active, it's a colorful, and which is not active as of now, it's not colorful. Okay, and once it get approved, it will be like in a green. I'll just click here approve. Details are okay. Approve. Done. See, now you see in approval next step by category manager.
Okay.
I quickly approve that one too. So now you see this is green. Approved by demo user. You can see this is approval. So every information. One more thing is also important of this tool is everything get logged. When approved, who changed, everything get approved, get tracked in his. So no one can like create any issues with that one. You can always check uh, who done at what time. So these are the things that you need to always refer to in case of any issues. Now your supplier has been created. I'll just click done. See, your supplier is approved.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll see this supplier view supplier profile. Now the supplier profile is created in your system. Okay, so I'll show you the supplier profile, what exactly the mean of supplier profile. Now you see this is all related to your supplier. Test supplier Sayyid Alam, SM vendor ID. SM is nothing but supplier management. So SM related means SM admin, SM administration, SM vendor. So this is all related referring to the supplier management. So this
Okay.
way you can also identify if the supplier has been came via SLP or it has been directly created. If directly created, it will not have the SM ID.
Okay.
Okay, the way that I have showed you previously that we directly creating anything for sourcing or something. So that now you can see the four steps that we discussed. Supplier request we have done and supplier created on 4th or half time. Okay, now there's a registration. As of now we have not invited, so its registration is not been done. So you can see not invited status, and same qualification and ERP integration.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see this one. Okay, and apart from this one you can see on this page you have this contacts. So you are the person for contact, like this is your supplier name, and under supplier name you are the person who will be responsible for everything. Like generally we add the name of the owner of the supplier, like who's the owner of that supplier or the manager or the key person there. And you can have multiple name under the same, like you can add one more person. For example, you are the supplier. Okay, you and your brother is running a company, so you want your name as well as your brother name. Might be you are on a leave, you are went for outside for some work. So in that case, you need another contact. So you can add here, click add, and you can add the name and the person's name. For also, he will also receive all the information from this one. So this way you can also add. So you can add number of people here. It's not limited. So you can have multiple people under this one. So you can say like for test supplier, these all people are responsible.
Okay.
Okay, now now the important part is ERP data. ERP data is nothing but it's basically when your vendor is integrated with any ERP system.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, I tell you, for example, as of now, this is a demo system. It's not integrated. But in future, if you receive any information like the supplier, any project you work on where the this Ariba is integrated with any SAP module or Oracle or maybe some other different ERP system, PeopleSoft or something different. In that case, what will happen is this ERP data needs to be maintained. ERP data, generally what happens is it will get auto-populated. Auto-populated in the sense, once you will do the registration and everything, or before that, this information will come, like this vendor information. So now you can see this is ASM vendor ID. Now this is ERP vendor ID. Okay, ERP vendor ID, this is actually a kind of, you can say it's a dummy vendor ID.
RM. Okay.
Okay, so it's not been exact.
Okay.
Okay, what happens is you can see this integration status is not integrated. Once your system is integrated, you will get an option here to sync the data with ERP system. So sync the data in the sense is what happens is any changes in the supplier profile or any new, like for example, he added a new person name. Just now I told you, right? If he added a more, like someone has left in his supplier side and someone new came in, so he added he added something new in there. So all those things, once you integrate, it will get updated, so that contact person's name will automatically get updated in everywhere in the system, so that whenever there's a next request goes to that supplier will receive that information to all the people who have newly added in there. Okay, so this is how it works. So this is integration. Also, once the integration happens, this ERP vendor ID will get updated and this will be replaced with the ERP vendor ID. So basically what's happened, Ariba creates a vendor ID of its own, and this is a SM vendor ID and this is a ERP vendor ID. As of now, there's no ERP vendor ID. Ariba has created something with its own profile. Okay, this is from Ariba side. But what will happen once the this vendor will be synchronized with integrated with ERP system, this ID will get replaced with the ERP vendor ID. So ERP vendor ID is nothing but, you have seen it when we create the supply in ERP system generally create a vendor ID in there also. So that number will come here and replace this number.
Okay.
Okay, so this will what happen is it's also depend on like the source of truth. So as the source of truth invitation is from our side, but this we can also maintain from the ERP side. You can also have it, so it's all depend on the configuration that you do. You can also keep this number to be updated and kept into the ERP, but generally that doesn't happen. I have seen most of the time guys keep it this way, that whatever the number created in the ERP should come here and replace this.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the main part. And apart from this one, this is the vendor information. Same way you need to maintain the tax information. As
Okay.
of now, there is nothing in here, but you can also have a tax information. Any external vendor information extended, like you want to extend it, like maintenance profile, transition. So this is all extended, like it's not mandatory but extended address. You want to keep maintain other addresses, so you can keep it. So extended role, if any roles is there. So these are the things, these are extended ones. These are the main vendor information is most important. Other than this, there's a company code. So you can also have like that supplier is enabled only for particular company code. You can have it in your background. I'll tell you how this thing works in there. You need to upload some data and you can have this company codes for which the supplier will be eligible for doing the business with you. For example, there's a multiple company codes. Okay, one company has multiple company codes. Generally it happens there, like they keep the bifurcation on based on the company code. So one company might be doing the business with the supplier, one not. So that's how you can keep it. And you can also have the purchasing data like which purchasing organization you are dealing with, which is the currency and everything. So these things you can also maintain. So this is all up to you how you want to do the business with the supplier. Then certificates are nothing but these are the things that they need to maintain in here. This is nothing. Activity log, this is all activity, what you have done, what you have changed. So you can see this is all activity log, like when we have created the supplier and all those things. Demo user created the supplier, status changed, and date change, everything you will get it logged in here. So this is nothing more in this one. And risk is different. Risk will be so risk generally lot of people doesn't use the risk in here because they have their own tools for risk analysis, so they don't much use in risk side. Risk nothing but is it's there, you need to analyze how the supply is performing. Risk incidents, if he's not delivering the items on a proper time, or he's having a delay, he has all the policies or not. So these things are comes under the risk exposure. So majorly generally people don't use this much. Okay. And now you see here it is registration questionnaires, the registration. So what I said, like first is the request, then second is a registration. So we had the if you see here summary, we have the supplier created, but registration status is not invited. Okay, now we'll go here, registration, we'll start invite. As soon as I invite, okay, let me first summary. Just a second, where it is, manage supplier, back to the supplier request. View supplier profile, this is okay. Primary contact, just a second, back to the supplier request, cancel, test supplier view. Sorry. Approval supply request is done here. Documents, supply request form, pay response monitor, content. Okay, this is already we had covered in here. Yeah, we have covered this. Okay, so this is done. This is we have covered. I thought this we have not covered, so it's already been covered in here. Okay. Now we'll do the registration part. Okay, let me just click one more time in here. View supplier profile. Okay, let me invite. So if I invite, so this email ID will receive the email for for registering on the online portal. Okay. So I think this is not your correct ID, right?
No.
Okay. So generally what happens is, this is how it happens. So I'll just tell you. So once this email ID is correctly mentioned in here, invitation email goes to the supplier. The supplier needs to you can say supplier needs to update and answer some of the supplier registration questionnaires. Okay, that I'll show you. So this is the supplier registration questionnaire. If you see here, this is the preview. I'll show you the preview. See this information, this supplier registration form goes to the supplier. He needs to provide all this information: supplier legal name, other name, company CEO, total number of employees, stock exchange, if it is enabled, this is listed there. All those information he needs to provide. This is all the information. This is the template. This is, you can say, this is the template for supplier registration. Okay, so this is all the information that supplier will be filling in the registration. And same way it happens once he will fill the supplier registration format, and he respond on this one, it will be come to us. Like, let me just send. I've seen it, I'll send it. So now registration invitation is in progress. Once it is completed, you can view the registration details. Now it's been sent to the supplier. I'll tell you the summary. See, this is now the registration status is invited. Okay, the supplier is invited, and qualification is nothing. Qualification and the this one qualification status is nothing but you need to qualify. Generally, what happens is you need to qualify the supplier for particular region. You can qualify based on region, commodity, and category. So region in the sense, for example, the supplier is good in Kolkata. He's performing good service. Maybe he's from Kolkata only, so he's giving good service in Kolkata region. He's providing every details in the Kolkata region, and timely delivery, no defects, no error, or no delay in the deliveries, everything. But the same supplier, if we use it into the Bangalore, the supplier what is doing is he's delaying, he's not responding properly. Even the material when he's sending to the Bangalore is not as per that qualified. So what we do is we just qualify the supplier only for the Kolkata region, and we disqualify the supplier for Bangalore region. So this is what qualification and disqualification is status. Okay. So qualification basically helps you for the region, for the you can say like supplier is performing good at one place and not performing good at another place. In that case, we use this qualification and a disqualification. Okay, so this is how this supplier registration, supplier qualification, everything works. Okay, this is one thing. Okay, this is all you know from the end user perspective, that how you will be sending the information, how you need to do it, how the supplier will be coming in here. Okay, after this one, there's one more thing. You see the templates. Okay, now the templates, how to design those templates, that is the part that is comes from the implementation side. So first of all, for supplier management, we only have one template for each thing. Like for example, supplier request, only one template. We cannot have multiple templates. Same way, supplier registration, we have one template, not multiple templates. So manage, yes, whereas, so here manage, click here manage, click here, this is the templates. Now you go down here, these are all where is our supplier templates. Here it is. Now you see request, registration, qualification, disqualification. Okay, so this thing is basically, these are the things that you need to maintain. Like this is generally you don't maintain, you can see Ariba system. Also one more thing, you will not find any copy or duplicate of this one. You cannot publish those, because like for sourcing or contract, you can have multiple templates, but for supplier management, you can only have one template. You cannot have multiple templates. Okay, so like this is supplier request template. I'll click, I'll open. This is the template format. So as you can see, draft. Okay, and this is the template way. If you see, this is the document. Now supplier request form. So I'll click here, edit. I'm editing this. Okay, so as the status is draft, so I can edit this. If it is active, that means I can't. Then I need to create a new version. I'll show you that one too. First I'll edit it. Now you see, these are some of the rules that you need to maintain in here. Okay, so eligibility criteria, timing rules, bidding rules, these are the rules. So these will not, see, this is not visible to you, right? We have just seen that. We have only seen, what we have is the content. These are the questions, right? Supplier name, supplier legal name. You have this, right? We just filled it for your right. Okay, contact, first name, last name, everything. So this thing is all customizable. You can change the format of this form. You want to add anything, you want to remove anything, you can do it. Okay, it's very simple. You can see from here is, you don't want the supplier name, you just directly want the supplier legal name. Click here, delete. The item will get deleted. Okay, If you want to edit, you want supplier, you don't want supplier name, you want supplier's private name. You want to this way. So you can just click here, edit content. See, supplier name. Now you can put supplier, what do you say, private name. So we can have this. I'll just put it here, done. So now see, supplier private name. Now if we send the form again, if we invite a new supplier, it will come as this one, supplier private name. If I click here again, I can remove, I can add it again, content, I can remove it. So this you can do number of times as per your requirement. Done. Okay. If you want to add anything, add question, requirement. Okay, anything from here you can add. So this is nothing but these are all questions generally. So I'll click here, add one question. Okay, I'm just for an example. Sayyid wants to add the 5-year report of incidents. Now, what you want is, you want that supplier needs to attach a 5-year report of incident, whatever incident happened here, okay, in his supplier side. Now, what you want? Answer type. Answer type is he need to attach a document. Okay, so you can see this answer type. This is text, single line, test, whole value, and all. If you click here attachment, then this will be like he needs to attach. He cannot respond apart from anything. He need to attach a document. Without attaching, he cannot submit his response. Okay. So this way you will be creating a question. Now the question has been done. Now I'll click done. Okay. Now you see your question is here. Sayyid wants to add a file. Now the response is coming, attach a file.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how this all templates being managed. So adding this questionnaire, and so this is similar. This is same in the registration, even though this is same in the sourcing. I will show you in little bit more detail in sourcing side too, but we also do the same part in the sourcing. So these are all templates. This is how you define, you create templates. I'll show you. So templates, we have another session actually. In templates, we have further we have some template sessions also. So in this video, I'll tell you the details. But from a supplier perspective, you understand this is the way we create these things. Okay. And in supplier side, we have only this one, return to the project. So here you understand this is overview for a supplier request template. This is the overview. So you can see the versions has been created, lot of versions. So you can see how many times. So every time if you making a changes, you need to create a version. You cannot, for example, let me show you action. This is the action button. Remember how you need to publish it. See, if you keep it here in the draft, it will not, you will not be able to use it. You will not be able to see it properly. You need to make it active. This status needs to be made active. So action and publish. So once I will be clicking here publish, the status will change. Okay, just see here, publish. Now see it is active.
Okay.
Now you cannot change. Now if I go again documents, if I click here, see it's only giving me action for view detail. It's not giving me to edit. So for that, what I need to do is overview, go to the actions and create a new version. So now you can see that here the version is 25 and active. If I click on the new version, the new version will be created. Click new version. See draft. Now V25 is in editing. And as soon as I publish, it will be a 26th version. Okay. So this is how.
Suppose
Yeah.
suppose we created a supplier. Okay.
Okay.
We created a supplier qualification, everything has been done.
Okay.
Supplier registration, supplier qualification, and
Okay.
after that, for some projects we don't want to use that supplier.
For some project, you don't want to use that supplier.
So what to do on that one?
So you will not invite the supplier. Like generally, whenever there's a requirement, you will be inviting. Like I just showed you in the sourcing, right? If you want to invite a supplier there, you need to type a name and then send the invite to him. If you will not send the invite, supplier will not receive anything. Simple. It's quite simple. I'll tell you one more time. Exit here. So this is template side. It's how you use it, right? Any questions from a template side?
No, no, no.
Okay, okay. I will show you your question also. So the sourcing project that will be created. So this is a sourcing project where it is. Uh,
Acha,
so
how
it
to change the approval flow, approval rule?
that will come. That will come. So approval flow, we have another classes for that one. So that I'll also tell you. If you see, there's a I think fifth number we have fifth or this ninth number we have administration and core administration. Or before that also we have some reporting. No, not in reporting. I think administration and core administration will come. Or if you want, I'll also show you that one in between when we start the downstream module. So that time I'll also show you in that one. P2P,
Still,
it's there.
I want to change the approval rule of sourcing request, supplier request. So what to do that?
Yes, yes. I'll show you. So basically that comes from here. See, if you see manage
Okay,
approval process.
okay.
Okay. So if you see here, uh, so generally request invoice request. So if you see requisition, okay. So here you can check and you can remove. I'll show you one requisition. Search
Let's search
requisition
for supplier request.
supplier request. I think supplier request. Supplier sourcing request is there. Supplier profile request is there.
Supplier
Okay.
request is there.
Supplier profile. Let's see. Search. It's not been created in here, but I'll tell you what exactly in this one is. Create new. I'll just show you. Approval 3 general. Next. So this is how approval comes. If you have seen here, this is how approval comes, right?
Okay.
Okay. I'll just click here one more time. Add serial. You click here. Add serial. Add serial or something like this. So you can see like this one, untitled one. I'll just put a quickly name here. Approver one. I'll just put here. Sorry. Do not let me do it unless and until approver two. Approver two. Approver three. Okay.
Where is supplier request approval process?
No. Supplier request is not being created in here as of now.
Why?
Let me show
But
you. No,
we see the approval flow, right?
no, that is coming, but this is not coming from a downstream side. Let me show you that one too. But this is I'll tell you basic about this one. This is how the approval flow comes: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this you will be creating. Okay, this is more of a creating. I'll show you that one too. Where is we have that is coming to the SM. See, that is SM related, so that will be coming into the SM side. The one that you are saying that changing it, so that is different. Like if you need to change it from here, that is.
No, no, no. The
Okay.
we saw the approval, right?
SM admins.
Well,
Okay. That is here. That is here. If you want to see that one, that is here. Let me show you that one too.
okay.
Okay. What happened then? Just a sec. Manage SM admin. Okay. Sorry. So template upgrade or maybe Questionnaires is there, and mass invite ERP integration default values. Service admin is there. No, this is not service admin. Mass invite questionnaires. It's not even in here. They have not maintained in here. Okay. Sorry. More. It will be on a template level most probably then. If it's not maintained in here, let me just show you that one. Here it is template. Where is our template? Yeah, common is a template. Where is our template? Supplier request. Sorry. Suppliers sourcing. Open. Conditions. Team. Task.
Oh, this one.
See, this is the one. View task detail.
Okay.
So see, here it is. This is the approval flow. Custom, if I'll just click on the custom, see, this is the approval flow. So this is the same way, like okay, so this is the way that I was showing, like how to create this one. Just now I was showing you, right?
Suppose you need to add another one approver. So what
So
to do?
yeah, so that's why I showed you, right? And just now, when we add it, when we can edit this one, I just click here the arrow and add it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 approval,
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
that, yeah, so said that way. So that will come in there. Let me show you. Okay, let me just done. It's in a cancel. Okay, it's a draft state. Okay, so we can edit it. So edit task. Sorry. Custom here. Now you can see that same thing again come. So if
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to add it, add serial. If you want to add someone, you can add it. Or you want to remove someone, I'll just delete, remove. Okay, I delete it. So you can see this cross button. If I click the cross, this approval node will get. So this is known as approval node.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this is known as approval. So this name you can change it. Like this category approval is coming here. So if I change here from category approval to something else, it will come here. Okay, so it says
Okay.
this is all you can approve from here. You can mention in here. Okay, so this is how it works. This is how approval process. So you can also have a parallel. If I click here, add parallel. So this is basically serial. This is serial. There are two types of majorly, serial or parallel. Serial, like one by one. Once this person approves, then next comes. If I click here in the parallel, so this is another parallel, like parallel to this. There another guy will come.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll select this one. So parallel between this one. So this needs to approve or this needs to approve.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how this approval flow is managed. So this is managed on a template level. The one that I was just showing you is the basically in a bigger aspect that we create when we want to implement and we want to have it on a complete downstream side for requisition or for purchase order or invoice, something that way.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how it will be done. So I'll just cancel this one. Any questions you can ask now?
No, no, I know.
This is more of a from a supplier perspective. So you can also, there's one more thing, that this is a team tab. Team tab is basically you can add team members. So who can view your project or who can see your work, or you want your managers to be included. So this way you can add team members here. So this is the group, this is the members. You need to create a group there and then you can add the members in that group. So for example, project owner. So project owner is nothing but the person who creates the project. He is the project owner. Then you can also add the members in this one. Customer support admin, template creator, and all those people will be the members. So they can view this project of yours.
Like,
Okay. So this is more from your supplier, supplier management side. It's the, I can say this is the more overview side, and the detail side we have seen from the supplier request and the registration side. So these are the major things that happens in here. Apart from this one, Apart from this one, you need to also sometimes support the supplier. What happens is, as soon as the invitation goes to the supplier will receive the link in his email. He need to open that link, and he need to provide the same detail that we have filled in here, and he need to attach and submit. Okay,
Okay.
so sometimes supplier will also come to you, sir, that I'm not having to able to attach something. Or also one more thing, you cannot upload more than 100 MB in a one file.
Okay.
Okay, so supplier might be having some documents which is more than like in a GB. So you can tell them that you cannot upload more than 100 MB in a one file. You need to bifurcate the file into 100 MB, and then you can upload it.
What is the duration of this training? You can have a little break, right?
Okay, no, so this is for like this is we have covered one module. So today is the first day, so we'll just take a we cover the Ariba SLP. Next time
Hmm.
we'll take the next module started. Generally it's up to you. If you are okay with this speed,
I want
this is
one
good.
SMT supplier from beginning to end. Real supplier. Means,
See, real supply. That's why. See, this is all demo side. Real supplier. See, real supplier. See, this is all demo related realms. So we can't have exactly the proper
one
supplier in
one valid email and another.
valid email. So you can do it from side. What I do is I'll just create you for one, because see what happens in here. Na? This is a demo site. So somehow the data doesn't work properly in here, because we have not created in that manner. This is a demo site. This is for a European region. So it's not having that proper data that you can manage.
At least we have connected to the Ariba network, right? We can connect to Ariba network and check it.
Ariba network. So I can send you, like you will receive the email. If you want that, like let me create you some, just a second. Supplier request. You want that one? At least I can send you this one. So you will be receiving on your original email ID, and you can send it. I'll just put it test supplier. Okay, test supplier for like 43, and main and legal name is
Oh,
PV.
let me do that. Let me do that. Okay. Let me do that. Let me have
You,
access to this system first.
no problem.
They
So in the
don't have. They have
meantime,
not. Yeah.
they have not provided to you.
No. No. No.
Okay, that you can discuss. Okay, in the meantime, what I do is just a second. Okay, so let me just fill the region and all those things. City, country, whatever is coming. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 something. India, region West Bengal. What happened? 201304. Kolkata. Sorry. Okay, what else is there? Let's put it submit. Okay, test. Test, submit, done. Okay, manage view supplier management. View. Okay, confirm, done. You have your email open with you, right?
Yes.
Okay, approve. Okay, confirm, done. View, view supplier profile, registration, invite. Send.
Okay.
Okay. Now you will be receiving the email within a seconds, or maybe like just refresh and you will be receiving the email. So your it will become as a test supplier 43. It will be like you need to register it there.
Okay. I got the email.
Yeah. So this is so in a supplier perspective, if you see, this is the mainly this is the two things. Supplier first is the request, and then the registration. So once you submit your response in here, we'll receive it and you are done. That's majorly that's the thing. qualification, dequalification is basically only for the commodity. It's
Yeah.
nothing to do with that one. Like majorly, if it's your name is there, I can invite you for anything for sourcing event, RFPs, RFIs, and all those things.
Okay.
Okay, so supplier request and the registration is the two important thing. Qualification, disqualification generally is like it's specific to the commodity or category. It's nothing to anything like it will not have that your work hampered. So that's how it is. So now what you can do is you can log in on this one, the link you got it. You can try to fill the form and you can submit it. And maybe for next session, we'll have a we'll discuss this thing, right?
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Sure.
Okay. So
After
this is
registering, which let me come back. Okay.
sure. No problem. No problem. That's okay. That's okay.
Then after that, we will try and supply. Qualification is done, right? Qualification
Yes.
registration.
Yes, so registration is the done. Like this is the main process. Registration, if you done, so that's the major thing that we have to do. And so registration is done. Now I can invite you in everywhere.
What
Like
is
I
supplier
can.
qualification?
Sorry,
What is supplier qualification?
qualification is same. I said that qualification is based on commodity. So what you happens is as soon as you come into the system. So first we will not disqualify you only for any commodity. We will qualify you for particular commodity or particular region. Like you are qualified for this region, for Kolkata region, West Bengal
Oh,
region, or you can say. Okay, we have not disqualified you for any reason. It's a single one taken there. So no, that way it happens. So qualification is only related to that part.
okay. But this is
Okay.
also a mandatory part.
No, it's not mandatory, but generally supplier request and supplier registration is the most important part in the supplier SLP, Ariba SLP.
Okay.
Bringing the supplier, see, I'm telling you, bringing the supplier on board is the main most important thing. Registration on the supplier portal. Okay, that's how it is.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
try this one. If some queries are there, just let me know. Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.